I'm Lewis.
And we will be here to teach you a little bit of circus today. Some of you will know us and some of you will not. If you've been in the space before, you will know what to expect. But we would like to make sure that you're all fit and strong and flexible to come back to circus, so that when you come back you're not going to injure yourselves when we ask you to do crazy stuff on all of our fabulous equipment. When are we coming back, Lewis?
I believe this is the 19th of April.
I think that's correct. We did get a vague thumb up from Alan when he's looking at his phone. So, 19th of April, we're going to be back in the spaces. You'll be able to get on the silks, on the tight wire. You'll be able to use all of that equipment that you've not got at home. But for today and for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing tutorials online that you can join in with whenever you like. Get you all strong and flexible again, so that when you come back in, we can just get straight back on that equipment and have some fun. Should we warm up?
Let's do a quick little warm up, yes. So starting off for our warm up, starting off with 10 squats, Rachel. So 10 coming out to the front, bending the knees, coming down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool, next one I want everyone to do, coming into our plank position, I call these ones Macarenas, and we're going to do, Alan on the clock, 30 seconds of tapping our shoulders as fast as we can. Fast as we can. Trying to keep our body squeezing your bums, squeezing your legs. Tapping your shoulders. Halfway.
How are you doing that so fast? What?
3, 2, 1, done. Good, give it a little shake out.
I'm already quite warm.
And then we're going to do a few press ups. So we're going to do nice wide press ups to start off. We're going to do a few variations. So your arms nice and wide. We're going to do 2 wide, pressing down. If you're struggling with that, you can do it with your knees on the floor and just pressing down on the knees. Next one we're going to do 2 normal press ups, pushing up through your shoulders, coming all the way down and pressing up. And the hardest ones, I call these arrowheads. So you make a little arrowhead on the floor, bring your fingers right close together, and then we're going to do 2 there. Again, feel free if you're struggling, knees on the floor. Nice. And then the last one we're going to do, this one we know gets us very warm. I'm going to do as many as you did. I'm going to do 5 burpees. So jumping up, legs up to the side, jumping up. And there we go.
Alright, we'll do a little bit of a loosen out now then. So standing on one leg, rolling your ankle, and the other direction. And then take it to a knee. And the other way. And then do some swings. If you need to hold on to something here, that's totally fine. But obviously don't kick your TV. Did that earlier in lockdown, that was not a good idea. Alright, and then this same leg up and out as well. So same one as you did before.
Same.
And up and in. Good, and then we'll do all of that on the other leg. So ankle first. And the other way. Lovely, do your knee. And then the other way. And swing it forward and backward. And then we'll go up and out. That way. I have to think about that a minute. And then up and in. Very nice. All right, feet a little bit wider. We'll do some hip circles. Lewis has got a bit of a dodgy hip at the moment, so this is going to be, might be a bit painful, but it is going to be really good for you.
I should have done more of this.
You should have been doing more of that, shouldn't you? All right, go the other way. Very nice. You can bring your feet a little bit closer to each other now. This one, I try and make you do it, but I don't know how many are so successful. I want you to try and move just your chest from side to side, like this. This can be a bit awkward. I find a really useful way of getting you to do it is to take your hand and just push, 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 like that, and then you can move your ribs a bit more easily. And then when you've got that, we're going to also try to do it sideways. We're going to try and do chest forward and backwards as well. So think about your hips. My hips are going pointing to the back, and then they're tucking underneath and pointing to the front. Do a couple more of those. Good. And then I'll face the front again, and we're going to try and do that in a circle. So you're going to go forward, sideways, backwards, sideways, forward, sideways, backwards, sideways, forward, sideways, backwards, sideways, turn it into a big circle. Go on, Lewis. I believe in you. So this is what 20 years of practice looks like. This is what you're probably going to look like. Okay, go the other direction. I'm mostly doing that because I know that you're all going to make weird faces, and that's really funny. But
I feel like I'm doing it with my mouth rather than my...
It will make you do weird faces. That's totally normal. All right, let's roll our shoulders. And here we're trying to squeeze, try and get your elbows to touch to the front here. And then when they come up to the back, and then when you're going down the back, try and see if you can get your shoulder blades to squeeze together as much as they can all the way down. So it's the biggest shoulder roll you've ever done. Ooh, yeah. And then we're going to reverse it, go the other way. So elbows together at the front, shoulder blades together at the back. You should be able to feel all those muscles being like squished in between the bones of your shoulders. And that's what we're looking for. Good. All right, let's do hands on our shoulders like this and elbow circles. And the other way. Good, and then we'll do full arm circles. Oh yeah, that's nice. And go the other way. So these shoulder circles are one of the best things for warming up your shoulders. So we're going to do a lot of them. We're going to do our forward and backward as well. So one forward, one backward. Yeah, if you're going to do any aerial, any handstands, any acrobatics, any juggling, anything really that involves using your arms in any way, this is the best warm-up you can do. All right, and we'll do also swing them out, slightly back. That's it. And then I really like going one up and one down, and that gets a little bit more into some different parts of my chest and my back. Very nice. All right, then we can put our hands together and roll our wrists. And then roll them the other way. And then we'll do the wave. And the wave the other way. Very nice, shake them out. Can you shake them so that they're both going forwards? And then can you shake them so that they're both going sideways? And then can you do it so that one is sideways and the other is forwards?
No, I can't switch.
And then can you switch? And switch. And switch. And switch. Again, I like doing that to see what people's faces do. It worked. It worked really well. All right, we'll go to the head now, just ear to shoulder. Nice and gently, try to stay nice and tall in our back. Just leaning the ear down to the side towards the shoulder. Oh, that's nice. All right, into the middle, and then we're going to rotate the other way, side to side, looking over your shoulder. Nice. Pull your shoulder blades down your back towards your butt. That's it, and then back to the middle, and then we're going to go forwards and backwards, looking down. and try to open out this bit in your throat when you look up and down and up and down, and the last time, looking up, good, and then we'll do a roll down as well. We'll do 2 of these, so I'll do it sideways. From here, you're just going to let your head look down and then let your head lead. Imagine your head is an anchor and your back is the chain that's getting pulled out link by link as it's going all the way down into the bottom of the ocean. Head is heavy, shoulders follow. When you get to the bottom, take a nice deep breath in. And on the way out, you're going to pull the anchor back out. So leaving your head heavy, one vertebra at a time, stacking them all the way one on top of the other. When you get to the top, again, nice deep breath in. And on the out breath, do it again. One little bit of spine at a time. And again, nice deep breath. And then roll it back up. And I think we're about ready to do some circuits.
Right, yeah.
Right, we should probably demonstrate what the circuits are.
Yeah.
Do you remember what any of them are?
I can remember a couple.
Okay, me too. Right, so there's 6 of them. So the way we're going to work this, we're going to do 6 different exercises. So it should only take 6 minutes total to do this whole thing. We're going to work for 40 seconds, and then we're going to take a 20-second rest in between for each of these exercises. So we'll do an exercise for 40 seconds, and then we'll stand around going for 20 seconds, and then we'll do the next one. So I'm going to go look at the notes, and I'm going to shout them at you, and then you can demonstrate. How about that? So the first one is swap the shoe against the wall.
Yeah,
so you can maybe use a block.
I was going to say,
a shoe.
Shall I'll use a ball.
Or a ball.
Actually, no, I will use a ball.
That's about right.
So what we're going to do for this one, we're going to grab yourself any sort of household object. You could use a shoe, you could use a remote control. I'm going to use a block. You're going to bring your feet up against a wall, like so. You can make this one easier or harder by shuffling your bum closer to the wall if you want to make it easier, or shuffling it away from the wall if you want to make it a bit harder. So I'm going to find somewhere in between. Taking your shoe or remote, whatever you guys chose, you're going to bring it up, put it behind your feet, reach up, take it off your feet. And we're going to do that for 40 seconds, okay?
Go on, let's have another little look at that. Do a couple more.
So, coming up from the top, putting it behind your feet, coming back down, reaching up, taking it off your feet. And again, making it harder if you want to bring your bum a bit closer to the wall, taking it away from the wall to make it a little bit easier.
Alright, nice one, Lewis. Shall I show the next one?
Yeah, go for it.
And then you can have a look and see what the one after that is.
Yeah.
So this next one we're going to do, we did burpees in the warm-up, but we're going to do a burpee into a dish, which is a lot harder. I'll show you how it works. So you're going to do jump, hands on the floor, feet go out, feet go in, but at this point, instead of you jumping again, when your feet come in, you want to try and bring them in and slide them through, which is definitely going to be more difficult on a carpet, but we'll give it a go, into your dish shape, and you just hold it for a second, and then you come in to standing, and then you do your jump out, all the way to the dish, and then stand up. Alright, that's exercise number 2. Lewis.
Exercise number 3, we call these pendulum legs. So you're going to put your hands out in front of you, and we're bringing the feet, putting your weight into the hands, and kicking the legs out to the side.
Yep, that looks
That's
pretty good.
exercise number 3.
Pendulum legs. Alright, the next one, we're going to do a push-up into a downward dog. So you're going to start in your nice plank shape like this. You do one push-up, and then you come up, and then you bring your hips up, and you want to touch the opposite ankle with one hand, and then you come back to your plank, push-up, touch the opposite ankle with the hand, come in, and then you'll do that on repeat like this. Okay? That's exercise number 4.
Exercise number 5 is our roll to jump. So standing with your feet together, just coming back to sit, I bring my legs down to the floor, hands down to the floor, and then reaching up to a jump.
Actually jump, yeah.
So feet together, rolling down, feet over the top, touching the floor, jumping up.
Yep.
That's exercise number 5.
Number 5. Alright, and then the last exercise, we're just going to do split squats. So you go into your lunge shape like this, and then we're just jumping and changing. So it's just jump, change, jump, change, jump, change. You can bring your knee, mine actually hit the floor then. You don't really want it to hit the floor. You want it to be like no more than about an inch off of the floor though. So try to get it low down here, rather than doing like this. Okay, you need to actually go down and up. Alright, but those are our 6 exercises. Alan, are you ready with the timer?
Yes, I am. Okay, and let's start in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, this is a good exercise. Not done this before. Although I am sliding, I'll wriggle back into place again. Is it just me who's sliding?
No, I'm sliding.
Right, watch out for sliding, people. You might have to keep wriggling back into the wall. How long have you got, Alan?
You have 3, 2, 1, and rest for 20 seconds.
Okay, and then what are we getting ready for?
Next up, you're getting ready for your burpee into your dish shape.
Oh God, why did we decide to do that straight up?
Got 9 seconds left.
Okay.
Get in position.
Make you breathing nice and deep.
In 3, 2, 1, and go.
Out and in, into your dish.
And that's halfway.
Oh my God. This is quite hard, even if you've been doing lots of fitness stuff.
3, 2, 1, and rest.
Woo, yeah.
Next up, we
nice
have
deep breaths
our pendulum legs.
Pendulum legs next, okay. Woo. I might need to take one of my pairs of trousers off. Probably not in front of the children though.
And 3, 2, 1, go! Any tips to make this one easier or harder? Was it hard enough?
No, it's just
pretty hard. Just pretty hard. I mean, if you want to make it harder, you can go really high up like this. But that is intense.
Yeah.
It's really intense. So I'm just going to do this now.
3, 2, 1, and rest. And you shake those
Shake out
legs
the
out.
shoulders a bit. It's quite shouldery, that one. What's next, Alan?
Oh, next we have push up to down dog.
What's the one after that? 'Cause that's quite shouldery.
Roll and jump.
Let's do the roll and jump.
Let's do a roll and jump then. In 3, 2, 1, and roll and jump.
This is a nice one.
I really like this exercise. I've been doing it in quite a lot of my online workouts.
Really helpful if you're struggling standing up after your forward rolls as well.
It really does help with that, yeah.
Makes your spine feel nice and juicy.
And it's a good like spine roll out, yeah.
3, 2, 1, and rest.
Woo! You might want to shake your quads out of it. Mine are definitely feeling that after that.
So this time we are going to do our push up to a downward facing dog with an ankle tap.
An ankle tap, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
3,
push-up position.
2, 1, and go.
That's it.
So if you're struggling with the push-up, maybe you can just do downward dog to ankle tap.
Yeah, you can just do plank to ankle tap if you're having difficulty with the push-up. Just do this.
Three, 2, 1, and rest.
Yeah, this resting part I'm really liking. It's really good.
It just means the next thing is coming up all the faster.
It
So
does.
last but not least, we have our split squats.
Oh yeah, I'm going to want to do them on a hard floor, I think.
I might leave this one up just on my hip.
Yeah, Lewis has got a dodgy hip, so we're going to let him off from these exercises.
And 3, 2, 1, and go. Rachel's doing them with her hands stretched out for balance. I think you can also do them with your hand on a chair, your hands on your hips, depending on how wobbly you get.
Yeah, this one helps to get your shoulders nice and strong as well. But, whew, it's quite intense.
10 more seconds, Rachel. You can do this.
Come on.
Go, right? Even you.
Yeah. I'm fit, honest.
Inspiration to all. Great jump, great jump.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, and that's us done with our circuit. Well done, guys.
Cool. I'm quite tired now. Guess what? Juggling time.
Juggling time, but you're only going to need one ball.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do first off, just to get you guys started up with this again, so remembering if you haven't got any juggling balls, we can use rolled up socks, oranges, tennis balls, brothers or sisters.
If they're small, yeah.
So what I want you first to do, we're just going to make a little loop in the air just to warm ourselves back up, getting that muscle memory back. Once you've done a couple of them, we're going to do a few little zap catches across the side to side, then up and down, diagonal.
Not done the diagonal before, that's new.
Nice. Right, next one I want you guys to try, a little bit trickier, from one hand around the back, catch it in your opposite hand.
And where on your back does the ball travel?
So from behind you to turn around, I go from the side, just flopping round to the side, sort of in a position like this, and leaving that hand there, and then catch it up.
So it's going like through this gap here.
That's right, yeah.
Underneath your arm.
Underneath your arm.
Yeah.
Because what you can find, I find if I go too, like if I don't let it come too high up, it goes too far out to the side. You want to release just when it gets to the side there. Don't release too early.
So, yeah. I actually found if I put my arm out like that, it gives me a bit of a target to aim for.
Yeah.
So that means I can go through that gap a little bit more easily. That might be something that you could try at home as well.
Nice, like that. So we'll do a few of those, around the side, swapping the hand. If you're finding that a little bit tricky, we'll go for some of our under leg frozen catches. So we're just lifting up the one leg, bring it over the side. It's a little bit of an easier version.
And are you going from the inside to the outside?
I'm going inside to outside.
Can you do it the other way?
You can do it the other way.
Should we try it the other way as well?
Yeah, let's try it.
From the outside to the inside.
Yeah. Nice.
Can you do it under both legs? Can you do it under both legs? I kind of want to try.
Very nearly.
That's a no from me. That's a no. But I reckon if you guys tried that at home, you might be able to get that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a case of doing this, actually.
Yeah, that works much better.
You don't have to jump then. That's much better, isn't it? Alright, what else have we got, Lewis?
I want to try, this is one of my favourite ones, our penguin catches. So holding the ball, I'm going to start off with my best hand, so my right hand. I'm throwing it over the top and then catching it with my wrist turned out to the side. It looks a little bit like a penguin, like this. So throwing from opposite hand over the top, catching in the little penguin catch there.
So what are you doing with your arm? What do you think about getting to that place?
I keep my arm straight down by my side, turning my hand up to the top, with the catch just happening just at the last second there before.
There.
Yeah. So looping over the top, trying with different sort of heights. You might want it a bit lower to start off with, and then getting it a little bit higher as you start it off. See how I sort of had to move my body slightly to make sure that I'm catching it in the right place. And then having another go with the other hand as well, starting off nice and small, working it up a little bit higher and higher each time.
So with this one, I find it has to come like straight down my body. If I do it like really long over there, then it doesn't really work because I have to move my hand away from my body. So when I do the throw, I'm really thinking about it coming down so that it's like just brushing my shoulders, gliding down my arm so that it just falls gently into that hand like that, so that it's there. That's a terrible example, but you get the idea, rather than going all the way in there.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. We're going to do, once you guys have had a few goes at that one, I want to get you guys to try another fun one. I like this one. This is our throw and head catch. Okay, so this one, again, I would start off doing a low sort of throw. Again, we're going to just practice a couple of throws, just going just above your sort of head height, making sure you're getting that nice and straight. And the most important one with this one, we're going to, with the head catch, you're waiting for the very last second to then catch it. You want to watch the ball to the very last second to then make a soft little compact to take the impact down with it. So you're trying to come down with the weight of the ball as well. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Throwing it up, catch.
Not quite.
Not quite. So throwing it up, wait till the last second, make a soft little impact on their head. This one is a tricky one. This one's quite advanced, but give it a couple of goes. Yes, got it. And with that one, you can, yeah, got it on the back as well. Nice. Yeah. If you get those catches, you can try to flick it back up to sort of undulating to come back up, rolling the head slowly to flick it back up to try and catch it in the hand. So have a few goes at that one too. But yeah, most important one, watch the ball to the very last second and then try and take as much of the impact with it to then recoil it back up.
So close. Do you know what else really helps, I think? Having a ponytail.
To take some of the impact. Nice. Lovely. Last one we're going to try with you guys. We're going to try some of our pirouette catches. Okay?
You go in front.
Yeah, I go from the side. You go
Oh,
around the
I
back.
go behind, yeah.
Okay, so I guess you could do it.
It doesn't matter then, I guess. You can either go there,
Or you can
or
go
you can go
there.
there. It's basically the same thing.
Ah.
But yeah, do you want to explain what's going on?
So what you're going to do, I do it, yeah, so Rachel goes round the back, you can do it round the front. I tend to go round the front, I don't know which is
I
best.
suppose it doesn't make a lot of difference.
Have-
Depends if you want to turn
One more
anti-clockwise or clockwise, really. But
yeah. So I go round the front, foot onto the floor, and then I turn onto that foot, and then all you have to do is put your foot back out to the side to finish off the move. So have a few goes at that one. Try both. Try Rachel's way, try my way. So either go round the front or round the back. Once you've had a few goes at those ones, we're going to try again, grounding our feet, little bend in the legs, starting off higher, getting it higher, and trying not to move like I just did there, taking the foot. So as soon as you have to take your foot forward, that's going to be a very tricky catch to make.
don't count.
And again, you can do this catching in the one hand or catching in two hands. Try it both.
We're doing it with the actual pirouette now.
We'll do first, let's do one really quick, just see how many claps you can get in as well, just to make sure you're probably looking to get at least 2 claps in to make the pirouette. Nice. Right. I'm going to go for a full pirouette. So this one, so exactly the same, we're just going to link it all up. Starting with the foot, going around the front or around the back, your preference. We're going to bring the ball out in front of us. We're going to throw up, turn around, catch. Oh, perfect timing.
I did that exactly the same time. Oh my God.
Lovely. Let's see if we can do it one more time.
Alright.
Starting off,
There.
little bend in the leg. Breathing in. throw, toe, no. Missed the ball.
Well, we'll just edit out that one, right? Yeah, that'll be fine.
Nice.
Okay,
that's good, yeah.
That's very good. I think that's all we're going to do with our juggling today, but that should warm you up so that you're ready when we come back and we can start doing some more 2 and 3 wall stuff as well. But for now, we are going to move on to some handstands. And I know that some of the other teachers have been doing some handstand lessons with you, but there were a couple of things that I thought would be really useful for you at home that mean that you don't need a spotter, you don't need any assistance. You can do all of these exercises with a wall, or with a sofa, or with just a chair, or with nothing at all. So, the first one is we're going to talk about where your weight goes in your hands. Another thing that's really important is if you've got mat and a hard floor, you should always do your handstands on the hard floor, because when you put your hands down, if you're putting your whole weight on your hands, you want it to be stable like this so that it doesn't wriggle side to side. But if you're on a mat, there's a lot more chance that it's squishing, and then you're more likely to damage all these little bones and ligaments in your wrist, and that can be quite dangerous. Okay, so the first one is that we're going to do, we're going to go into our box HIIT. You've all done box HIIT before, where your your knees are underneath your hips and your shoulders are above your hands like this. So I want you to open your hands out as wide as your fingers go this way, as wide as they go. All of your fingers and your thumbs, let's get them thumbs out too. There we go, spread them as wide as they possibly go. And then I want you to look at where your shoulder is. Is it directly over your wrist? Because if so, it's not really supposed to be there. That's where everybody thinks it should be, but in actual fact, your shoulder should be over the middle of your hand. So, when I say the middle of your hand, you can give a little close-up on this, Harley. So the middle of your hand, I don't mean the middle of your palm, which would be right here, which is where most people put their weight and end up often with either wrist or elbow injuries. We want to put the weight in the middle of your whole hand. You think of this as your whole hand. The middle of that is just about there, that middle knuckle, right there. Okay? So let's do that again. We'll put our hands back onto the floor and think about that middle knuckle. Look at it with your eyes. Where is it? And then I want you to move so that your shoulder is directly over that point. Imagine you've got a plumb line going straight down from your shoulder. It should then go to directly over that middle knuckle like that. All right? Then I want you to separate your shoulder blades away from each other. This is the start of your handstand shape. So if you can get to this shape, this should happen for all of your handstands. From here, you can just relax out of that set for a second, give your hands a little shake. But for start of all of your handstands, I think that you should try and do that with your hands, get the weight over that middle knuckle, and separate your shoulder blades away from each other. That's going to give you a nice strong base that you can then put weight on. So, we're going to go back into that shape again, but this time you're going to tuck your toes underneath at the back like this. And you can, if you want to, bring your knees a little bit closer to your hands, but I want you to make sure that this shoulder isn't going forwards and backwards. In fact, this shoulder shouldn't go forwards and backwards again, at all, ever, all right? Keep it here, over that middle knuckle, and then what I want you to do is put weight in your toes and try and lift your hips and your butt up into the air. Keep that shoulder over your middle knuckle, and then you're just going to come back down again. All right, we're going to do that 5 times. So going up again, ready? Up, keep that shoulder where it is. Bring the knees back down. 3, going up, and down, and 4, and down, and 5, and down, and now you can come out. And how's that? Did you notice that that worked your shoulders a little bit more than usual?
Around the lats as well.
Yeah. So that one I really like. I got shown that by Ross, who was in my year of Circuit Media, and he went off and got really amazing at handstands. And he showed me how to do that. And that's really helped my handstands a lot. So I wanted to pass that on to you. We can also do an extension of that. It's basically the same thing. Do you mind grabbing me that chair?
The chair?
But you're going to do it with your feet a little bit higher. So it's the same thing, but your feet are just higher up. You can use a chair, you can use a sofa, you can use a bed, Anything where it's about that height, we'll go about here. Okay, so you'll do the same thing. You put your hands down, but this time your feet are going onto the chair, like this. But you're staying in that tucked in position. Make sure that your shoulder is over that knuckle here and that you're not coming backwards or forwards. It's right in the middle. And then you're going to stick your butt up in the air, try and make a right angle, and then you're going to stick your butt down again. Notice how my shoulder is not moving. Okay? It's just my butt and my legs that are doing the movement. We're going to do 5 like this. 3. And 4. And 5. And then when you've done that, you can come down. You might want to sit in that chair for a minute. Your shoulders and your wrists a little bit of a shake. Yeah? But those are 2 really useful exercises that I rate super high to get you into that handstand shape. There were more handstand exercises. I can't think what they are right now. I might have to go and look at the thing. Have you got a handstand?
I've got one you can do, yeah. Just a roll.
Yeah, let's have a look at Lewis's one. I'll go and see what else I said I was going to do.
Next one I was thinking, again would be nice on a carpet floor. You can do it on a hard floor, but it is a little bit sore on your back. So you're going to go for an easier version of this one. So your hands are coming up, you're rolling back onto your back, legs come onto the floor, rolling forward, and you're going to press up to a tuck position here.
Whoa.
Okay, so standing up again, rolling back onto the floor, hands coming down onto the floor, rolling over the top, coming into your tuck, bringing your feet up off the floor and bum up off the floor. You can do it without standing up, so you're just rolling over the top, coming into a press. Hands can just stay on the floor the whole time. Just like that. That's my little one there.
Wow, that's pretty nails.
Nice sort of progression up to pressing to handstand.
My one's going to be a lot easier than that. A lot easier than that. We're actually just going to do some shoulder activation exercises, but again, this really helps you to, in your handstand, you want to be here with your shoulders and not here. So what we're going to do, we're going to work on an exercise that helps you to do that, but with lower weight, so that you can get your shoulders through the exercise more easily. We're going to do that in a downward dog. So, you're just going into your downward dog shape, and you're going to make sure that you've got a straight line from your wrist all the way to your hip, and from your hip all the way to your heel here, so that you're not shoulders out and you're not shoulders in, you're just shoulders. And then we're going to lift our shoulder blades up, squeeze our ears, and then you're going to try and bring your head towards the floor, and then head away from the floor, towards, away, towards. I don't know if you can see that very well. What do you reckon, Hardy?
Yeah.
You can see that okay? But we're going to try and do 10 or 15 like this, and that will really help you to understand where up is in your handstand. So, that's a really good one. We are also going to use a wall. Unfortunately, we're in the south wing and there are not any walls available. So we might have to stop for a minute and rearrange, because I need to be over there by that wall to show you the next exercise. So I'm going to come over here. Okay, so for this next exercise, we're going to use a wall or a door, something that's flat and that's not going to move, basically. And we're trying to get ourselves into a 45-degree shape. Your body should be totally straight, or as straight as you can possibly get it to be, but you want your feet out and your hands in. You're going to put your hands on the wall in a handstand position, so make sure they're not too wide or too narrow, just about there. And they're going to go slightly above your head, so that you can then bring your feet out, and you want to be on tiptoes really. And then you're going to squeeze your butt down, and you're going to loop your hands, and we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Anybody got a timer?
Yes.
Great, go. And here I'm making sure that I'm pushing my shoulder blades up like I did in that last downward dog exercise. I'm really squeezing my butt, and I'm putting my heels together, and I'm also sucking my abs back towards my spine. I think I'm doing quite well to still talk whilst doing all that, to be honest. But how long was that, right?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good. Okay. You and give your shoulders a little bit of shape then. We'll take a little bit of a rest. If you want to, you can pause the video, but I'm going to go straight into the next one, just to get on with it. And the next one is the same thing, but the opposite. So now you're going to have your hands on the floor and your legs are up on the wall / floor. Okay, so hands go down. You can start a little bit closer and then walk into position, but I'm just going to start here. And also, if this is difficult, you can go a little bit closer and just go into like a dish shape like this. But if it's easier, then I want you to walk your hands away and squeeze your bum down so that you're in a nice straight line. Jono, timing's there. So I'm really pushing up with my shoulders again like I did before, squeezing my butt, sucking my belly back, and trying to breathe and talk. Switch to 0, quite hard.
10 seconds.
What, it's been 10 seconds or I've got there? 10 left.
Well, now you've got 7 seconds left.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Great. Okay, so there's a couple of exercises that you can do. With a wall, it will really help you to get that nice straight shape, but you can do that at home, you don't need any support, and hopefully when you come back to circus, you'll be able to understand where your nice straight line is. Okay, that's it for handstands. We're going to do a sort of stretching to finish off. Lewis.
Cool, first one I'm going to do, we're going to do a little bit of a stretch now. I'm going to focus mainly on sort of active stretching now though, and some flexibility stuff. Looking for really useful for all of us acrobats and aerialists as well. So we're going to sit in a straddle.
Yeah, maybe on the mats for this.
Yeah.
Get rid of the chair though.
So sitting in as a wide a straddle as you can, nice pointy feet or active feet. I don't mind if you've got flex feet, just making sure that the legs are nice and active. And we're going to do this as different variations and depending on how strong you're feeling. If you want to make this exercise easier, fingertips on the floor. If you want to make it harder, palms on the floor. And again, if you want to make it easier, bring your hands in nice and close to you. If you want to make it harder, try and reach away. So I'll leave that up to you guys. Jono on the timer. Let's do not too many, we'll do 15 seconds. This is quite a hard one. You can feel quite crampy in this one, so make sure we'll have a little rest in between as well. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start off about here. I'm going to make it a little bit easier for myself. And what we're looking for is just little pulses up and down. Trying to raise that heel off the floor, trying to keep that foot active as well. Again, you can do this with flex feet or with pointed feet. I'll leave that up to you as well. So we'll do 15 seconds, just little pulses on that one leg. 3, 2, 1, off we go. And if you want to make again, if you want to make this harder, try and lift that leg up as high as you can, or you can just go for little pulses off the floor.
How long is that, Jono?
Time.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Have a quick little rest, shake out those legs. It does get quite crampy, this one. Next one we are going to do in our straddle. I'm going to do it in the...
We're doing middle first.
I was going to go middle, yeah. So we're going to go into the middle. Again, if you want to push yourself, palms on the floor, got to keep it easy. Fingers up. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Trying to lift it as high as we can.
And breathe at the same time. It's really hard to breathe.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. Again, shake out those legs.
Does it not get right in your hip flexors?
Okay.
It's so painful.
Yeah, this next one I might leave a little bit right. Cool. Same again. Other leg. With our timer. 3, 2, 1. Off we go.
So these are really good at making you nice and strong, but they really hurt. Really hurts.
Good for you.
It's really good for you, but just be aware. You're going to be in pain.
Time, off we
Oh my
go.
God.
Nice, shake it out. We'll go for one more. We'll go for pike as well.
Alright, fine.
Last one, I promise. Give those legs a nice little shake. And we'll get ready for our pike. So hands. I find this one the easiest, I don't know why.
Well, maybe you were just good at pike.
3, 2, 1, off we go. Try and bring those legs up as high as you can.
3, 2, 1.
Shake it out.
Woo!
Nice. Well done,
Don't you find
everybody.
that you have to like stretch out your hip
Quick
flexors after
after
that?
there.
Should we do a hip flexor stretch?
Yeah, go on.
This one. This one's pretty good, but actually I wanted to do a little bit of PMF stretching. So we'll do that now anyway. So if you go into your lunge like this with your knee flat, and then you're going to lift up your back foot and you're going to hold it with your hand. You might, if you've got something you could wedge it against like a sofa or a wall or something, then that's quite good. But what we're going to do, we're going to push the foot that way in towards the hand for 10 seconds. Yeah, let's just do that first. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Push the leg and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep pushing. 8, 9, 10. And then you can release and pull that foot closer to your butt. Because we're going to do this again. So I want you to try and keep the hand here, but still push as hard as you did last time. Ready, and push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're going to release. See if you can get any closer in. And you get this foot any closer to your butt. Sometimes I have to like hook my toe into my elbow crease, and then I can get it a little bit closer in. We're going to do one more. Ready, and push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then release, and then that should come even closer in. If you're wobbling, you can put your other hand down. That's totally fine. And then that should have made that quad really nice and loose. I would highly recommend doing that on the other leg. Don't think we've got time to do that right now, so just rewind. Do it again, but on the other leg. Okay, cool. I think it's about time for us to finish actually. So, that was fun, Lewis.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Great. And if you enjoyed that as well, then we'd like to see you back at the Youth Circus on the 19th of April.
Yes.
Alright, thanks then guys.
Well done, everybody.
Roll out of the way.
Yeah.
Little roll. Say goodbye. Bye.